So we're back here, guys. Congrats on almost finishing lecture number 3. Let's go to the quick summary and start with visual identity. This is something that you need to know about the brands or corporation or even a group of brands. So this is something that gives your brand it life basically. So it's the logo, packaging, website, typography, and many things more. We also discussed the ways how to create your visual identity for the brand, for yourself, for the organization. There were 3 questions. What are your brand or company values? How would you define your brand personality? And what is your direct audience? Based on those 3 questions, you can create a successful visual identity for your purposes. We also talked about communication channels. For example, I'm talking to you, the audience, and I'm using the channel, which is my computer and internet. So, for example, right now you could consider this Zoom or Moodle to be our channel. I could also call my lawyer, for example, and I could be talking to him, and the channel could be the mobile phone. So, these are the channels. And Nini. So yes, before we going forwards, I also would like to say that choosing the right channel for you or for whoever is willing to learn to communicate well, choosing the channel is really important because, for example, if you're talking to one of the parents of the kids you're teaching, so you will have to decide on what level your communication is happening. If it's formal, informal, and if it's okay for you to call him or her for whatever needs. So basically, you will try to ask, let's say, this parent to come talk in person. Would it be an email or a phone call? That's for you to decide. And I think we don't have to talk about social media that much. Just I would tell you that much that it's the cheapest channel for you to promote yourself or your activities, and there is an option to use paid advertisement as well, which is relatively cheap. If we are comparing that to TV, radio, or whatever else. Then we talked about before, during, and after event communication, how to organize a successful event, and how to finish that. Basically, in the very end, keep it in mind, you will have to gather feedback and don't leave that on the very last second because the memories of the event, of the people who visited, they're not staying that for long. It means that the freshest memories are always the best to ask for the feedback at. And after that, there was the summary, but I gave you the much longer one. I hope it's enough for you to memorize something. And so let's now go to the group work again. I'm asking you to continue working in the same groups as we had in previous class, but this time tasks are different. First of all, please do continue working in the same PowerPoint and make it look as pretty as possible. Visual identity. So, yes, the first task is pick one sports organization in your own country. So, if you remember, then the groups are divided by the country. So, study this organization's visual identity and mark down 5 positive and 5 negative aspects you like or you don't like about the identity of the organization. I don't know, maybe you don't like the logo. Please do explain why don't you like the logo. If you like their design of their web page, please describe what is there you liked about it. And the second task is to decide for yourself, for the group, what sports events are you going to be working on as a group. Basically, I don't care what event is that, if you're organizing a FIFA championship or if you're just working on a camp for the kids again, that's for you to decide. Be as creative as possible, make it look and sound as interesting as possible, and create an announcement about this event. mark down your audiences and possible ways to reach them. Pretty much, I would like to know all possible ways you could think of. And from that list of the possible ways, please choose just some of them, let's say two or three. Decide what media channels are you going to use and these ways to promote the event and how. So, this is the last task for your groups. Dig into work, and I hope to see some great results. During the next class, we will have this interesting session because I would ask five of the best groups to introduce their works online. So, yes, this is something you should also think of. For example, I would do that as there is one person who is going to be representing the whole group, the best one who is orally well spoken, let's say, and he's going to be representing the whole group. I will ask five people, five groups to represent that because we don't have time to go and see each one of the groups. So after that, we will receive and give the feedback to the presentators. And after, I will ask you to give me the feedback. How did you like the course? What could the course and what could have been a bit better, a lot better? Yes, just the feedback of yours. And yes, we are not gonna be learning anything else. Just pretty much talking and giving plus receiving the feedback. So get ready for the next class and don't forget to work in your PowerPoints. Goodbye, guys.